What's up, guys? It's Ray J back with another video, and in this one I want to break down what's happening with Tesla SPY and the overall markets. But just note that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link. If you deposit $100, you're guaranteed 5 free stocks. If you deposit $1,000, you're guaranteed 15 in total. Not to mention 8.1% APY. The offer ends in just 10 days, so check it out before they run out. Anyways, so for the market, I just want to say that as far as Tesla is going, we have dipped quite a bit, and this is what I was talking about in my earlier video. But the question is, where do we dip to? So we're looking at 233 as the main support and also at 236. That's where we had previous resistance becoming support. So if we lose 233, we will be looking a little bit more bearish and there's going to be a bigger drop coming. But as long as we hold above 233, we're looking at that 233 to 236 zone as our support area, and we could try to rebound off that. So I think that's most likely what's going to happen. Tesla's going to try to hold that 236 to 233 area and try to rebound into the 240s. And then I also want to call out that when you look at such as like the daily charts, Tesla's still looking bullish. We technically haven't fully filled this gap. We have this big gap to fill up here. So we still could be pushing to 246 next week for that bounce. Now, I want to call out that for today, max pain has been adjusted. It's now at 568 with a 4.92 put to call ratio, which is crazy. We saw a lot of puts being bought. So with max pain being adjusted, the market makers may try to close us above towards that 568 area. There could be a bounce coming to the markets, and this is what I was talking about in my earlier video. For SPY, here's the thing about SPY, okay? Our 0.618 and 0.786 retracement areas are between 565 and 563. And then also in between that, we have our 20 EMA near 564.5. So I think between 565 and 563, we could see a temporary bottom. If we do lose 563, however, then we do have a risk of coming all the way down here to 561. So be careful if 563 does break. But I'm not really counting on that. I think that we're trying to base right here very close to this 565 to 563 zone, particularly around the 564.5 area could be where we bottom. And then there could be a nice bounce next week for that 570 area all over again to fill this gap. So there could be a bounce coming, guys. I think that this was just a temporary dip, and we'll see how things go from here. But I just want to call this out that there are going to likely be some buyers attempting to step in. For Nvda, we dipped all the way down to my target. I was talking about this 116 area. If we had really lost this, we could have been coming down to about 114. But so far, we're holding support. So we could see an attempt to rebound back up to 118. If we hold above 115, there's a chance Nvidia could rebound with the markets. So far, it's showing signs it's trying to base at our 50 EMA. For Bitcoin, we've been dipping quite a bit. We're looking at the 62,000 area of support. If we bounce off this, we're looking for 64,000. If we lose this, we could be dipping lower. So far, it's looking a little bit weak, but we'll see if Bitcoin gets bought back up or not. But it's doing a pretty good job. Once again, for Tesla, I mentioned we have that support between 233 and 236. We'll see if we could reclaim the 240 area at the very least. As long as we close above that, we have potential to pump more next week, and 246 could still be coming. For the NQ, the exact level I called out basically got tested almost. It was off by just a couple of points. I was talking about 19,800. We did come all the way down, and I said to watch to see if we bounce off that. Lo and behold, that's what NQ is doing. So we'll see if we reclaim 20,000 or not, but we're doing a pretty good job. For the QQQ, I said to watch 478. If that failed us, we're looking for that gap fill. So we're going to be watching to see, do we base at 478 or is it 475? It's got to be one of those two. If we do hold that, we could be looking for a rebound for another big push. And we'll see if we try to revisit the highs all over again. So it's going to be bouncing off either 478 or 475 in my opinion. If we do lose 475, though, I will be a lot more concerned. But so far, there is potential. Aapl is showing some strength compared to the markets at 230, could be pushing for 232. So it's doing a good job. For the IWM Russell 2000, we are trying to base right here. We called out a little bit of a dip that was coming. That is close to what happened. We did dip a little bit. So I think around 221 to 220, this is our 20 EMA and then 221. We could be trying to base around here and look for a rebound back up into the 222 plus area. So I want to see if we get that bounce. For Coinbase, we've been dipping a little bit. We're looking at 167 as support, followed by 165. We held support so far, so this could try to rebound for the 170 area. For Amazon, we've been dipping quite a bit. I called out this gap fill. I said that we could be looking for 188. Went a little bit below that, closer to the 20 EMA, but now there are buyers defending Amazon. So notice this green line. We touched it, bounced, almost. We're about to touch it, so we could try to rebound. Could be looking for a move back into the 190s from here. For Meta, we're holding up decently. We're just shuffling around the 560 area. I said we're going to likely shuffle here. 560 is very stubborn, so it's no surprise to see us shuffling. For Microsoft, we have some more upside potential. We're actually holding our 20 EMA quite nicely, trying to uptrend. If we break past 436, we're looking for 440 again. Look at the key support at 433.5 to 434. If that holds, we try to rebound. If we lose this, we're going to be dumping back down to about 430. But this looks like it could hit this and try to bounce. So there's potential in this. For Google, I mentioned that 165 is going to be a tough resistance. If we had broken that, we'd remain bullish. If not, we would just be range bound. And we didn't break past 165, so we're just kind of range bound for the time being. So we'll see how things go from here. But with that being said, guys, I just want to say that we're doing a decent job. The market looks like it's trying to get bought back up, but I'm not entirely convinced yet. So just remember the level I called out, that 565 area. It doesn't have to be exactly precise. That, then 563 would be the next level. I'm sorry, 564.5 is the next level, and then 563. And we'll see if we bounce off one of those levels for a rebound next week. Tesla's holding its support nicely, especially around this 236 area. We'll see if that or a 233 hold. As long as we hold above 233, we're going to be completely fine. And Tesla could try to rebound going into next week. The overall trend is still bullish on Tesla, so we'll see how it does. But so far, there could be a very, very nice bounce attempt going into next week. One more thing I want to call out about Tesla is when you zoom out like this, right, you'll see that the trend is bullish. For those who are saying, oh, Tesla's down, we were up 7% yesterday. We're only down 2% today, guys. We're doing a great job at holding up. So don't be too bearish. We're holding this trend line very nicely. So notice that we're holding the trend line here, 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 here. We're still uptrending very nicely. Nice inverse head and shoulders like structure. It's doing a good job in my personal opinion. So I think that there is potential for Tesla to try to push up higher next week. We could try to fill our gap above. As long as we hold 233 to 236, we're going to be fine. If 233 would break, if it were to break, we'd be looking for this gap all the way down here. So far, it's not really doing that. It looks like it's trying to get bought back up. So we'll see how things end up going. It's also possible the market rebounds a little bit towards the end of the day as Max Payne's at 568. That would benefit market makers a lot more looking at the options chain. So we'll see if the market rebounds. I think we're doing a good job at holding our key supports, and we'll just be very, very optimistic nonetheless. So thank you all so much for listening. Please have a great day. Watch your levels very, very carefully. And just know the market is very manipulated on days like this. It was very tricky the way SPY was moving, especially I was trading that, and also some futures. So be prepared for that. We'll see if we get a rebound, and we'll see how things go from here. With that being said, I'll be back in about like 2 to 2.5 hours for one more update, and then we will just continue to watch the market in these different levels. All right, so have a great day, guys. Do what you have to do. Don't forget it's Friday, so there's lots of manipulation, a lot of crazy price action. It's very choppy sometimes, so it could just trick you, so just be careful with that. And with that being said, I'll see you guys soon, and peace out.